had a ton of shows come to town lately, but I would say of all of them, this is what I've been looking forward to the most because they're absolutely amazing. Joining us this morning, he's going to be performing tonight out at Spotlight 29. His group has sold more than 30 million albums. From the Black Crowe, Steve Gorman. How are you, sir?
I'm well. Thank you very much. How y'all doing?
Oh, doing good, man. Looking so forward to the show tonight. I tell you what, we get a lot of music out this way, but we've never seen anything like the Black Crowes, and I appreciate you guys coming to town.
Well, it's the most we can do.
Oh, it's good just in time for the holidays. And you've been on the road now for like 5 straight years. Is it 5 years you've been on the road?
This is the 6th year. We started back in 2005. So for the last, every year since 2005, we've been out pretty heavily. I think 2007 was a light year, but everything else has been pretty serious.
And this is it's not a farewell tour, but it's going to be the last tour for quite a while, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a farewell tour as far as we know. I do know that when all 6 of us go our separate ways for a few years, getting it back together is not going to be an easy thing. Mm-hmm. And it's odd because there is a bit of a duality to this concept that we have, which is we know we need to take a break, and everybody has other things they want to do, but we also feel like the last 3 years with 3 records out and the way the shows have been going, we're really happy with where we are as a band. I mean, we love what we're doing, and I think in order to preserve that and get a little bit of long-term thinking, we know it's good to go away for a while. So I expect we'll be back, but I also know that we're other kind of people that wherever we are, we're so dug into that moment that we'll just have to wait and see.
Now, after touring pretty much nonstop for as long as you have, and then now you've got the show tonight, and then you've got three more stops. Are you antsy to get the tour done with? Are you sad to see it's the end of the tour? What are your thoughts right now, getting so close to being the end of the tour?
I'm doing my best not to think about it. I want to be sort of present for every show, and then I don't really like the idea of being on stage feeling bittersweet. It's kind of not fair to the people who are coming to see you. So I think we're all doing our best just to take it like it's every show is just another show, and that's always for as long as we've been a band, we've just focused on that. So I know the very last night in a couple weeks when we're in San Francisco, I'm sure that last one will be a little bit of there'll be a lot of mixed emotions going on. But up until then, at least until now, we've been pretty good about keeping our mind on the task at hand.
Steve Gorman has joined us on the line. Black Crowes tonight, Spotlight 29 Casino. Also, their double CD, Croweology, is out in stores right now. If you already have it, buy it again and give it to somebody for the holiday season.
Man, now you're talking.
Yeah, you're welcome. Trying to get money in your pocket there, my friend. Now, I'm always curious with the dynamics of a band. Oftentimes, when you're looking at a stage, the poor drummer's buried in the back of things. But when it comes to recording, how much influence does the drummer have on the recording process?
Well, I mean, usually I would say a lot because the first thing when you're talking about music played with instruments as opposed to computers, it's huge because the first thing you have to have set is the drum track. I mean, you can't put anything else on top until the bass is there. So the base of the track. So that's drums. So you're setting the tone and the mood, and there's a push pull. At least in our band, it's very much we're a live band, and everyone plays together in a certain way that we've just done over the years. And at this point, but we aren't the kind of band who thinks about one thing or the other. It's like with Croweology, we track live, and so we're waiting for the take where everything's just in sync with everybody else. It's not so much are the drums good. We're the kind of band at this point that it's more like is the whole vibe of the track good. So.
Now, the Black Crowes forming in '89. You've seen a lot of changes in the music industry, a lot more with digital, of course, than when you guys started. I'm curious for you, what's your take on the current state of music and the music industry? Do you like where things are going? Do you think we've seen the best that we're ever going to see in the world of rock music?
Well, the music industry is, as we knew it when we first got started, is long gone. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love the fact that. In the last 15 years, with digital advancements in the internet, if you're a young band starting out, you can get your music potentially to a whole lot of people in a hurry. But then again, so can everybody else. So, I mean, with all the good things, there's the bad things. I mean, we went through a time when the music industry was record labels still called all the shots, and it was still wasn't the most creative environment necessarily. You had to really fight to get things done your way. Now it seems bands have a lot more say if they're willing to have that say, because at least in rock music anyway, it's back where it started. It's in clubs and then it's in theaters. I mean, there's a handful of bands that are doing, arenas and huge business, but for the most part, the most interesting stuff to me is back on local levels and clubs. There's probably more interesting music than there's ever been. It's a little tougher to find it. You got to search through a lot more stuff to get there. But once you get there, there's no shortage of great stuff.
When it comes to January and the tour's done, do you have any immediate plans? Are you going to unwind? Are you back to work doing something else? What are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna, I'm like a Plan A type person, and I don't really do well with Plan B. So like the minute this tour ends, all of a sudden I'll be in need of a new Plan A, and I'll figure it out. But my first order of business is going to go home and get through the holidays with my family and try to relax and unwind. And then, sometime around mid-January, I'm sure I'll be looking at a lot of other things and trying to figure out which one makes the most sense. But I live in Nashville, and I do a lot of session work there, and there's always projects coming together that over the last few years I haven't had time to really pursue. So this is certainly going to be a good opportunity to investigate other things.
Now, final question for you. Once again, we're talking to Steve Gorman, Black Crowes. Get the Croweology double CD in stores right now. Go out to the show tonight at Spotlight 29. Tonight at the show, if it's not too much to ask, when you guys perform She Talks to Angels, can you guys perform it just for me? Because it's one of my favorite songs.
That's really a question of, can you delude yourself into thinking that we're performing it just for you? If you have the willpower to see that through, then you'll enjoy it.
Especially making yourself into a girl for that song.
Well,
Casey.
no, it's not. I'm not saying it's for me. I'm just saying perform it for me because I dig the song. That's all I'm asking. I'm looking forward to the show tonight. I know it's going to be a packed house, and I hope everybody gives you guys the applause that is due. Black Crowes tonight, Spotlight 29 Casino. Steve Gorman, we appreciate the time, man.
Thank you guys very much.